Hey everyone, many of you know every month I take on students and teach them to trade. And well, I've got something special for you today. This is an interview with one of my mentorship students, Vivek, who over the last 10 months has built himself a real skill set, something that allows him to make a consistent income from trading. This isn't some random altcoin he bought and made a bunch of money with. This is hundreds of trades using one consistent strategy. And transparently, I'm sharing this stuff so you can see that what I teach works. These stories are motivation to show you that this can be done and you can get to your goals. You can use my free materials or you can join the mentorship program like Vivek did. The point is, it works, you can get results, and let's dive into the interview.
Welcome, everyone. Really excited to have you here. Today, we have Vivek with us. Vivek, thank you so much for joining. Before we dive into this, could you give us a brief intro about yourself and your trading history?
My name's Vivek, and I am 29 this year. I am a software engineer by trade, and with actual trading, I have pretty much very little experience. I have been in crypto for about 2 to 3 years, pretty much gambling and doing like trading by doing basic research on altcoins and taking on calls from influencers. There was no system or like no proper systematic TA done, no plan, no daily routine, just random gambling and being like a genius in the bull market.
Okay, fantastic. A position I'm sure many people can resonate with. So, before you started the mentorship, following influencer signals, no clear system, random trading, what was your situation like? Were you making money? Were you losing money? What was happening during that period?
Actually, during the initial period, I was making a decent amount of money, but the idea was that I was only making unrealized profit. So I
Hmm.
was very inexperienced, holding on to a lot of bags while feeling really good about making that much money very quickly. So that's what was happening in the beginning. And as time progressed, I just kept moving around like profit to break even to loss and just oscillating between all of these until I eventually made more losses and I just call it quits and stop trading at all in general. Yeah.
What was the timeline for this? So, year one, you made the money. Year two, you lost it. Year three, what's happening?
Yeah, it was pretty much year one. I was making money because I entered at the bull market in, I believe 2020. I think that's when I entered. I was making good money in year one, and then in year two, I just kind of lost everything, like pretty much. Yeah.
Okay, okay. A story I've heard before and some wild ones over the days. So, what was the main reason you think that you were losing your money? What was the main cause of you not keeping those unrealized gains and then you progressing to lose money?
It was mainly not having an exit plan in general. There was no system. Like, I would do actual decent research, land on a decent point, enter a decent point, and actually make profit, but
Hmm.
then either not exit, take partial profit, or just hold it all the way down, thinking that um, this can go even higher. So
Mm.
just really no proper way to exit. And even if I did exit, I would then enter another trade and just put it on the next one, all of it, without considering like position size, risk, and any kind of trade management.
And what impact did this have on your life? Like, how was it affecting your day-to-day life?
Well, it did affect my psychology, definitely. Like it was a lot of like ups and downs, which was really difficult to uh, concentrate on real life when you have so much being going on in the background with trading
Mhm.
here. So it did affect my psychology a lot, and I think that's what eventually pushed me to just call it quits on crypto. Yeah.
Oh, so you called it quits at some point.
Yeah, I just stopped looking at it. Like I do hold some of those bags, and they're like kind of up slightly and like all of that, but I just don't notice any of that. I just kind of
Mm.
kept it there and just accepted it as it is, and then didn't go back for like 1 to 2 years, so that I can just take a mental break out of it and actually focus on my life.
What things did you try to solve the inconsistency, the giving gains back to the market before we properly met?
Well, the main thing I did was just getting the basics of technical analysis done, like the basic
Hmm.
moving averages, support and resistance lines, and Fibonacci levels, to try and make a more educated decision before entering something. That did help, but still didn't fix the issue of having a proper exit plan because I was not able to psychologically take a loss. So that resulted in me just holding things down through like a 90% drawdown and so on. So yeah, that's what I tried learning, but I did try going on like the YouTube rabbit hole and trying to understand various ways to make money, but all of it was just like me just running around to find that holy grail that could actually make profit, but that it was just there's no system for it, so it just never really worked. You can't consistently make any money with that. So
there's so many different resources online that everyone's telling you contradictory advice, and like you said, no clear system, nothing that puts it all together and makes it click. Okay, so at this point, how did you end up finding out about the mentorship?
well, I was a long time follower of yours, so I was in the Telegram group chat for a long time. So through the the messages you sent on the Telegram group chat about taking students in, that was going on for quite a while, but I never really made a decision to join until the reignition of the bull market at the start of this year. So that's when I thought, okay, it's probably a good time to just actually learn this properly. So that's when I actually decided, okay, I should take an attempt on this.
Yeah, the best time to prepare for a bull market is yesterday. The next best time is today. So I think you made a good choice, especially now with Bitcoin on the brink of all-time highs. Vivek, so how did it feel going through the application process? And be transparent, what doubts did you have? What fears did you have as you were doing this?
Well, during the application process, there was a lengthy discussion between me and my wife on like how would this actually come? Would I come out of this with an actual ability to make decent income, given how very few people make it in crypto, and like given how many paid groups, resources always tout amazing results, but never teach you how you can properly achieve it, and the exhaustion of running around and finding all these resources that go nowhere kind of made me skeptical of most programs. So that's like the fear and doubt I had before entering the mentorship. And um, when I was going through the application process is when I felt more confident that this program can actually help me get the basics down and the foundation, help me learn the foundation really deeply enough to actually to make money in a more self-sustainable manner. So, firstly, just your content on Twitter was more straightforward and educational. It was a reliable source of information, and you weren't just throwing out calls and expecting, like saying, "Hey, I called this and this made 100x" and that kind of thing. So, the source of information has always been educational and reliable, and the interview process to vet students that are highly focused and more likely to take the mentorship seriously was a big green flag for me. So it shows that your team is actually taking it seriously. You don't just take in anyone who is willing to give the money and so on. So you actually care about the student's process. And during the application process, um, I think Max was the one who I was talking to, just gave like a very detailed outline of the program from start to finish to show how I would be brought up from day one all the way to the end to be self-sustainable and make my own income. So with all these factors aligned, I felt like it was a really good decision to join the mentorship at that time.
Well, I'm so glad you made that decision. And yeah, we call it an application process because no one wins if we take on students that shouldn't be on the program. Firstly, those students are likely going to have a terrible time. Me and the coaches working in the students are going to have a terrible time. And then, so that's going to take us more money than it's worth to work with those students, and then they have to go off afterwards and say terrible things about the program. They won't be hopping on a call with me to share their experience like this, at least not in any sort of positive manner. So I'm glad you felt that as you went through the process, and it let someone like you get through the process. So Vivek, how is your trading going now?
Well, Right now, I can say that it's completely different from what I used to do. Like it's a complete overhaul of everything. And like in the beginning, I had no system, no routine, no discipline, no way to track my progress and consistently improve at all. But with the mentorship, I gained this entire system where I'm able to improve day by day, no matter how small, to eventually evolve into an actual income I can actually rely on. So this means having a pre, post, and in trading session process and a full-fledged strategy or strategies with a step-by-step process on how to execute and manage the strategy. And then the ability to understand how I'm feeling and how sync I am in with the market to discretionarily put in more risk or reduce risk or even step away entirely from trading. So uh, all of this put together, I am a much more clear-minded trader with the foundations understood deeply, and I'm able to self-sustainably make a proper income.
That's incredible to hear. And I'd like to give credit to you for that entirely, because all we can do is really lay out the path. You're the one who showed up every single day, put the work in repeatedly. So, congratulations. You've earned the position you're at right now. Consistent profit month on month. I love to see it. So, during the mentorship program, what specifically helped make the changes to your system? Feel free to get into details of what we did on the program that helped guide you to where you are now.
Yeah, of course. So the first part was the incremental creation of a system. So we didn't start with like a full complex system that I have to start with day one. We started with a very simple daily routine of like a daily report card and a checklist before, during, and after the trading session, and a journal. So this system itself helped me uh, stay consistent and help me review my trades to constantly evolve. So with that creation of the initial system, that helped a lot. But the evolution was done in such an incremental manner that it never felt overwhelming at any point. We'd slowly add in ways to review, how to actually build a strategy, and also things like how to manage the trade. And the monthly reviews were extremely helpful. It wasn't just a simple review of my trades, it was detailed feedback on on what I did good, what I did wrong, and how can I improve. Homework tasks on top of that to further evolve the trading system. So this these all help to incrementally make myself into a full-fledged trader, such that I became EV positive within 7 months. And like that was in general like these helped a lot, especially, and the journaling also was been a very, very useful element. By jotting down every single trade and the details of the trade, I'm able to track how each trade is doing, how I understand what my winners look like at a glance. So I just see all my winners and I know how they look like. And then when I take on the next trade, I know how it should look like before I take that trade. And then I'm just more confident in trading in general. And with the journaling, I'm also able to understand how I am as a person, how my emotions behave during a trade, and how do I make decisions when I'm in a certain emotional state. I can't control my emotions, but I can control what I can do in that state. So the journaling helps a lot with helps a lot with consistently making improvements, because previously I didn't have any data at all, so I didn't know where I could improve. But now I know where I can improve specifically, and I can incrementally improve on it until it snowballs and it makes me a completely different kind of person within like 6 months. And lastly, another really helpful part of the mentorship was the community. So the coaches were very hardworking. They would answer every question. They would be very detailed with feedback and how I should improve myself. And then the community. There were so many traders in the chat sharing their charts, talking about why they took that decision, why they took this trade, and me reviewing their charts and asking questions helped me to see how they take decisions, why they took decisions, and then integrate that back into my system to then uh, make this into a reinforcing loop and eventually incrementally improve myself as well. So all of these elements in the mentorship really helped solidify my basics as a trader.
Vivek, thanks for going into so much detail there. I can see why all of these different elements came together in order to solve the problems you were having. Did you know that this is what you needed? Did you have any idea that this is what it would take to get your trading consistent and profitable before you joined the mentorship?
Oh, definitely not, actually. So, it this this idea was completely not within what I thought. Like, I do see a lot of videos and get like bits and pieces, but it was very difficult to understand what everyone was doing to make this kind of consistent income. But once I was in the program, and then I learned all of this, and then I read the YouTube videos and tweets again from advanced traders. Do I understand what they go through to actually make it work? So beforehand, no, not at all. I didn't know that this was how you actually trade with a proper system, because now that I'm in here for so like 10 months, I understand that you need a proper system to trade, because trading inherently goes against human emotions given the large amount of uncertainty in trading itself.
So, where is your life at now? What has changed about your life from 10 months ago before you joined the mentorship?
Well, right now I'm in a much more comfortable place. Like I'm not frantically staring at the charts or at my positions and hoping for things to be better or anything of that sort. I'm just like living my life as it is in a very calm manner and just tackling trading one day at a time, getting in fast and getting out fast, and incrementally getting better at it each day, and incrementally making this a sustainable income that, if I extrapolate far enough, I can see becoming a replacement to my full-time job in the next year or two.
Nice.
So yeah, really in a much better place, and emotionally, and in terms of self-esteem and all of that, because trading itself does teach you a lot about yourself as well. So it kind of is like a lifestyle, given that you have to have that daily routine and stay in tip-top condition in order to like trade the markets consistently. So now I'm able to make money whether it is a bull market or a bear market, and just yeah, it's just a lot better right now.
You can make money in both conditions, and you're doing one of what I think is the most important things. Do not just instantly quit your job as soon as you're profitable. Give it time. Show yourself that you can do this for 6 months, 18 months, nonstop, consistently make money in a variety of conditions, and then start quitting your job, gaining the freedom that comes with that, and everything else that trading can provide. I'm glad that's working for you, Vivek. What's your main focus on right now?
Right now, it's actually just incrementally scaling um, my position size to reach that goal of replacing my full-time job. So, and um, that, as well as becoming a more advanced trader, really. So right now I'm in a really good place, but I do want to become a really advanced trader. I've become a lot more passionate about trading, and I love
Yeah.
talking about trading as well. And it's become to a point where like I really want to make this full time. So that's my goal right now, to like incrementally scale, do it right, show up every day, and yeah, just reach that point of replacing my full time job.
So you've got trading profitable part-time now. The next goal is let's get this fully replacing my full-time income. That's a fantastic goal, Vivek. Thank you for sharing all the details of the mentorship, what you've gone through, where you're at now. Congratulations. And like I said, it's all you. We just help point you in the right direction and give you a structured path to follow. You're the one who steps through all of that. So last question, what would you tell someone who's watching this video right now and they're unsure about joining the mentorship?
I'd say take a leap of faith. There are many programs that don't do it right, or it's just there for your money, but this program actually cares about their students. They genuinely take their feedback seriously and continuously improve the program to make sure that they have the highest success rate possible. So yeah, and it's always very accommodating towards each and every student's personal responsibilities or time management. So you can always pause the mentorship, take time off and come back and continue the program. So this program is really good and it does work. So I'd say definitely take a leap of faith and spend as much time as you can on the mentorship. Do your own experiments while also taking the coach feedback seriously, and yeah, and then join the community as well. The community is amazing and everyone's really welcoming and sharing educational stuff all the time. So definitely take that leap of faith and join the program.
Vivek, it's been an absolute pleasure chatting, and I'll see you on the next group coaching call. Have a great rest of your day.
Okay, that's great. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon.